Hello and welcome back to another weather video. Today we are talking about Tropical Storm Felicia, which has formed in the East Pacific. So if you like this video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell. Now let's get right on into it. So Tropical Storm Felicia has maximum sustained winds of 65 miles an hour, minimum central pressure of 998 millibars, and is moving west-northwest at 15 miles an hour. So we have another storm in the East Pacific, and that really shouldn't be surprising. The Eastern Pacific is really heating up with another disturbance, which most likely will be forming throughout the rest of this week and into early next week. So let's take a look at our arrival time of winds with wind speed probabilities, and you can see that tropical storm force winds are going to continue through Friday at 8 a.m., then possibly slowly diminish. And if we look at the cone, it is showing possibly even hurricane strength through Sunday. So the probabilities will go down over time. That also takes into consideration the uncertainty of the forecast, just like when you see percent chance of rain on your weather app. So it'll slowly go down, but this cone is a pretty good indicator of what may come, and we're going to take a look at more intensity issues when we go over to current storm information. Now, the tropical storm wind extent is actually pretty far, which means that this storm is progressing pretty quickly. So here is the storm on satellite, and you can see there's a lot of thunderstorm concentration right at the center of the storm, a lot of convection in there, as well as in parts of the outer bands. And this is moving into pretty clear waters comparatively to some other storms. So we could see a lot of development here very quickly, as the 15 UTC model, or the update, is showing Felicia strengthening quickly, forecast to become a hurricane tonight. So, current storm information. Starting off here with the global and hurricane models, most of which have this going either west or maybe slightly south. One model showing it going more to the north. But the tracks are pretty consistent. The GEFS has some outliers, but mostly all following that same track with a little bit of variance. And the GEPS also has about that same track. So that means that these models are showing a consistent track, which is a good thing. Now, intensity guidance, things are all over the place, but we're going to take a look at the most common track, which is just where the cluster of models is. Now, most models have this intensifying into a hurricane in the next 12 hours, and then possibly reaching even Category 2 status within the next 48 hours. After that, most models see this slowly decline, and eventually, by about 132 hours, this storm will go back to tropical storm status. But there are some outliers here that are pretty notable, because of course these are all possibilities of what could happen. One model run does show this becoming a Category 3 major hurricane, so that is something we do have to watch out for. Here is Weather Nerds. We're just going to be looking at the European ensemble, and just like the GEPS and the GFS, it is pretty consistent on the track of this storm with few outliers, and it also shows a larger picture here showing that this will be going south of Hawaii. So here is the Hwrf hurricane model, and we're just going to be looking over how this storm strengthens. So as of right now, we have 99 millibars on the model here, and that is strengthening. You can see that the millibar number is going down all the way to 979, then it goes back up. But it's kind of going through a little bit of cycle there, because we're back down to 979. It means the storm is potentially going through eyewall replacements as well. And it does look like those isobars are very close together, and that means some tropical storm or hurricane force winds. It maintains very low millibar numbers, 969 there, even going down here to 966. So this is almost, what would that be, about a week, and this is still close to hurricane strength. So let's see some wind speeds here. We're going to use 10 meters above sea level here just as a benchmark. So you can see here that purple, that is hurricane force strength, and the storm kind of fluctuates in that hurricane force strength, going from strong to weak and back to strong again. But eventually it does get a grip of everything. You start to see those more magentas and closer to reds, those brighter colors within that purple. That means that the storm is strengthening into possibly a Category 2 hurricane. But there really isn't much of those pinks or reds, which means that the Hwrf model is showing this capping out at about a Category 2 hurricane. So what do you think is going to happen with this storm? Comment in the comment section down below. But that's all for today. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.